Hello everyone, it's me again, Sew Aldo, and today I decided to make my own fairy core inspired dress. So I was looking on Pinterest and I found this dress and I thought I will recreate it since I already have some black fabrics. So here I am just cutting out all the pieces that I will need. So I'm cutting the center front of the dress and the side front of the dress. So the pattern was actually just adapted to a bodice pattern block that I already owned. So if you would like a tutorial on how to do that, leave me a comment down below so I can make that happen for you. And for the sleeves, I decided to use the Filipiniana sleeves that I drafted last year. I wish I just used the sleeve patterns that I drafted for this dress instead, but oh well. I'm cutting out the sleeve binding that I ended up not using at the end just because I wasn't pleased with the way the sleeves turned out. It's time to construct the bodice pieces. By the way, I added lining to this. So I just lined the front bodice, so you will need 2 front pieces and 4 side front pieces. You are wondering what type of fabric I used. This was actually a very cheap satin fabric that I got on clearance. So I bought it just because it was super cheap and I thought I could use it to practice a fantasy style dress that I want to do. Honestly, the fabric was so stiff and it feels like umbrella material. After I've sewn the lining on the bodice, I flip it to the other side so I can understitch it. So base stitch the side seam of the bodice so the fabric will become one and it's much easier to work on. Now it's time to work on the back bodices. So I have 2 pieces because I will have zipper at the back. I am going to close the darts so the dress will have a nice shape at the back as well, and then I gave it a good press. I did not line the back bodices, but I did use an interfacing on the back neck just like you see here. So I just traced the top part of the bodice and I cut out 2 pieces and I'm going to attach it on. So the back neck is going to have a nice clean finish. After that, I understitch the interfacing so it will stay in place inside the back bodices. Now it's time to match the side seams of the dress, and this is what it looks like on the mannequin. And so far I am really pleased with the bodice pieces that I drafted. Now it's day 2 and I am going to be working on the sleeves and basically finish the dress because the skirt was super easy to do. Measuring from the arm side, I am going to measure up 4 inches. Here I am going to do a gather stitch so I can gather the puff sleeves. Hello, I decided to show my face today just because I look decent. And now I am going to sew the sleeves on the arm side. I match the right sides of the fabrics and pin it along. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other sleeve. Here I decided not to edit and try to show you the sound of the fabric. It sounds like a plastic, but it's still a good, good fabric for costume. So now that the sleeves are attached, it's time to gather the shoulders. at this point, when I am starting to see the shape of the sleeves, got a little frustrated and discouraged. So that's when I decided I'm not going to add the sleeve binding just because the sleeves are not what I want them to be. So I just tried to finish this make today just because I hate unfinished sewing project. And here I decided to use a bias tape to finish the shoulders, and I added elastic on the sleeve hems so it will gather into a nice puffy sleeves. And now it's time to work on the bottom of the dress. So I only have like 2 yards of fabric here, and I don't think I have enough. So I'm going to do 1 piece for the front and then 2 pieces for the back. So that's the plan. This is a half circle skirt pattern. So I have a tutorial on how to make that. I'm going to have the link in the description box. So my plan was to have some sort of ruffles on the bottom, but because I don't have any more fabrics, I am just going to just do a plain circle skirt bottom. And here I am cutting out the bottom of the dress. I added 1/2 inch for the zipper as well. I matched the side seams and I'm just going to stitch it along so I will have a 1 piece of skirt panel. After that, I match the waistline together. Right sides of the fabrics should be facing each other, and then I'm just going to sew it along. After that, I added an invisible zipper, and I have a tutorial on how to do that. I'm going to have the link in the description box below or up here. And this is what the dress looked like. I really like the bodice and the skirt. I am not pleased about the sleeves because it has a different shape. If you are wondering why I did not try it on the dress, it was because it's a little too short for my liking. So when I remake this dress, I am totally going to be adjusting the length and change the shape of the sleeves. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you still enjoyed this impromptu silky inspired dress. If you would like to see more, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you next week. Bye!